was born and brought up in the vibrant city of Jaipur in Rajasthan, India. In the current month of Sawan, according to the Hindu calendar, I have seen various women wear leheriya saris and men in bright leheriya turbans. Leheriya is, for your information, is the complex wave pattern formed through tie and dye. It's an ethnic design in North India. As well as I have seen my mother buy leheriya saris for the advent of monsoon, and she prefers buying the vertical patterns rather than horizontal ones. She thinks they make her look lean, which is a common fashion advice. Have you heard of optical illusions? They are visual stimuli perceived by the eyes and comprehended by the brain, which are way different from reality. Why do illusions happen? Illusions usually happen because the brain tries to perceive reality in a simple and familiar form, and there are clusters of information in our brain stored since our childhood which are called schemas to make a whole out of that image. The perception of the image, which is transferred from the eyes to the brain, does not measure up, mostly due to whether it be in the form of physiological illusions, cognitive illusions, or literal ones. The brain did not evolve to see the world the way it is. The brain evolved to see the world in its useful sense. This was said by a famous neuroscientist, Dr. Biolotto, and he explained optical illusions as a survival instinct. So, how are these illusions really formed? Illusions are formed due to various variables, and they can range from the lighting to the formation of images to the colors that are in an illusion. And what do these illusions really tell us? Firstly, they are fun and interesting, and secondly, they expose the working of the brain. Now, let's talk about how illusions affect fashion. It is a common belief that horizontal lines can make a person look fatter, and Helmholtz illusion has negated this statement. Helmholtz illusion states that rectangular shapes or objects, when have horizontal lines, makes them look thinner as compared to when they have vertical lines. So whenever a dress has a border in the beginning or at the base with horizontal lines, the eyes travel upwards or downwards till they find a horizontal line, and that makes the silhouette look thinner. So it would be my advice that whenever you buy your next dress or kurta, try having a border, a thick border at the end, so that you look thinner. And that's some psychology based fashion advice. Fashion optical illusions have used color blocking since the 1960s. It consists of majorly using contrasting colors like black and white or yellow and green, and geometrical patterns to make the appearance of a person change drastically. Other than that, asymmetrical lines have been used to cover up various areas of the body, which can be trouble areas. Now, don't think that I'm not body positive, but these are just some psychological facts and some fashion advice that could help you dress better. A study revealed that 57% of the women wore red when they had to go on a date with an attractive man, whereas only 16% wore red when they knew that the man was unattractive. So, the color psychology behind this would be that red denotes passion, power, excitement, and energy. Do you remember those balloons and red hearts on Valentine's Day? Similarly, black denotes power, authority, and sophistication, whereas yellow denotes happiness, optimism, and creativity. So there's a direct connection between our behavior and color choices, and our choices in day-to-day life of the clothes we wear and the colors we choose to carry around with us show our subconscious desires, needs, and mood. Let's talk about a major illusion in nature. A major illusion that all of us may have noticed is the full moon, which when above us in the sky appears to be smaller as compared to when it's near the horizon. It usually appears to be larger. This is because of the Ebbinghaus illusion, which was given by the German psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus. It is majorly explained by two circles of the same size when placed beside each other, where one of the circles is surrounded by bigger circles and appears smaller as compared to the one surrounded by smaller circles. So in the vastness of the sky, the moon appears to be smaller, whereas when it is near the horizon, it appears to be bigger, as the objects around it, like trees or the road, when we see it in a frame, are smaller as compared to the moon. So this is basically based on the relative size perception, wherein the attention span uses context to relate objects with each other. To conclude, illusions are just not mind-enthralling tricks, but they broaden the horizons of us human beings. And once in a while, anybody can see an illusion, like the rustling of leaves, and we hear footsteps in them, so which is untrue most of the times, at least. So stop watching horror movies. On a serious note, we all need to focus on the fact that illusions can lead to delusions and hallucinations, which are early indicators of schizophrenia. And if you see someone experiencing too many illusions, then you should help them or tell them to see a counselor or a psychologist who can help them at least. So bye bye, toodles.